Welcome back here to Squad V with 30 days, starting off with Warcraft here on day 4. Later on, of course, we're going to have some StarCraft with me talking stupid stuff that's really not legitimate at all and just warming up. However, for now, we're going to go for some Warcraft, which we did in the very first 30 days. And you know what? I am under the impression that I can do this reasonably well these days. The game, however, Sky versus Remind. So Remind coming out as the Night Elf and Sky as the humans. So I'm already starting out with the altar and a barracks already. As Remind going for an early altar as well as a Moonwell. So I'm going to guess he is going to go for a... Well, what shall we make of it? Demon Hunter versus, I'm going to guess, an Archmage. However, if Remind is, if Sky is smart, then he'll do something completely different. Maybe a Paladin, or say something along the line of, well, a Dwarven King. I'm trying to think outside of the program. Ooh, this Ancient of War is already being aggroed. The Peasant is coming out to actually aggro the Ancient of War extremely early on, and the Ogre War is pounding into that as well. That could be problematic because his Wisp is ensnared and he can't heal for anything. Ooh, and now this Peasant is being aggroed as well. And the Wisp are trying to get in, and finally the Ancient of War comes up. But this is actually an interesting situation where the Wisps have to quickly heal, but they're actually pound down, and this is really bad for Remind. They're getting slowed down a lot, but these creeps have... Oh, this warrior has de-aggroed. Finally does go in, and this could be interesting. There is a Demon Hunter coming out for it, but damn. That is something that is a big mistake there on Remind's part, and really puts his Ancient of War in a bad position. Is it actually going to go down? Oh, wow, I think it's actually going to go down. No, oh, whoa, it's so too close for comfort. And the Ancient of War is so incredibly close to dying, but a Footman has decided to come in. And the Ancient of War is low. This is a real upset really early on. And this could give Sky the upper hand if he managed to get a couple of Footmen in there to take out this Ancient of War and take the creeping ability away. But the Ancient of War has already decided to eat a tray just to heal up a little bit. But where's that? I don't see the... No, there's a Footman here, and he's trying to take down these Wisps. But this Ancient of War is so low early on. This is... I don't think I've seen this before. And these Footmen are already getting pounded. And there's already one down. A Demon Hunter, well, not even clearing out the first spawn, is already up to 75% by killing at least one Peasant as well as a Footman. And now this Ancient of War is regenning, and Remind has gotten himself fairly well out of this position. He's going for Hunter's Hall as well. So let me see what it looks like to be something along the lines of perhaps Huntresses. We'll see whether or not he's going to do anything with that. But we do have another barracks, and these Footmen are coming out.
Your building is complete.
Have Sky, who's gone with a Dwarf, Mountain King, who is level 2. My apologies for not giving him more attention than that, but that Ancient of War here, that was like a real friggin' big deal. He almost went down, and that would have seriously messed up the initial spawn for Remind. As the Mountain King actually sells his Town Portal Scroll as well as his ring, and he's going for boots as well as a TP scroll and Dust of Appearance, which obviously is important because it is about to become night. And the hammer throw is coming off towards the Demon Hunter to stun him. That will be important later on because the Demon Hunter will try to run away. What is he going for? We're going for the shop, and he's not buying anything considering there's 2 Footmen here. Are we going to see anything else? No, it does look like the Mountain King is going for a little bit of a stroll. We have Ultra Vision, so they'll have a longer view range on the Night Elves. And right now, it's just Sky going around the base and trying to raid a little bit. And these Wisps in the back are not being ganked that much. We already have what looks like an aggressive expansion. We have a double Ancient of War build up here for Remind, who's aggressively coming in, and he's building Huntresses right now, so it looks like he's going for a very aggressive build, and these guard towers here need to be taken out by Remind quickly before Sky can get this under position. Sky actually managed to put this Peasant in towards the gold mine, putting the Demon Hunter off for a little bit, but this guard tower has gone up. We have another Peasant down. Ooh, the Shadow Hunter's close to dying. And even the peasants are going to come in. But these hunters have come in just in time to take the damage. But they, no. It was the Shadow Hunter, the Demon Hunter is dead. Oh, Shadow Hunter. Crazy orcs. As he has managed to go down on that respect. Huntresses is still going around, and it does look like Remind has had a bit of a setback. He will not go back for him just yet, does he? You know, he did get him back from the tavern, but that's a fairly large gold investment right there. He does have 300 gold remaining, but this expansion for Sky is coming up very, very early. Do the hunters have glaive throwers? Yeah, it does, but do they have bounce? No, they don't. So they'll. Is he going to go for an upgrade on that? I don't see it happening just yet. But this battle is still continuing on. Well, this expansion is being pounded really much. But the Mountain King is a little bit low. And this expansion cannot go down for Sky. Sky cannot afford to lose this expansion. And the battle is commencing. The footmen are coming in as well. Trying to get the damage in. They'll be able to do a lot of damage on towards these hunters from very, very close range. They will be able to do that damage, and it looks like that Huntress is almost being blocked in. Nice micro there from Remind. Managed to get it away, but Sky's expansion has been saved, and he will be able to move out and do something more with that. If I have a Sky, I would try to go for something along the lines of for Arcana Santoms later on. Ooh, we have an more aggressive play here. 2 Ancient Protectors being built down to the bottom to engage this expansion from Sky. As Remind is, Sky is trying to take this Ancient Protector down. Needs to be quick, even though this Mountain King is a little bit low. One of the Ancient Protectors is down. We have a Glaive Thrower coming in as well, and he'll be able to take down these towers at range unless the footmen come in to take him down. Ooh, this Mountain King is not out of range of the Ancient Protector just yet. This Ancient Protector is down. Now it's all... Ooh, look at that. All these Huntresses are coming in. Remind is really, really taking it aggressive with a double build of these Ancient of War. And then more Glaive Throwers are coming out. He's really pushing in forward. And Sky is with his back against the wall, putting all of his macro back on towards this expansion. And that could be a big mistake. He needs more footmen on the field. He only has these 2, as well as the Mountain King. The Mountain King is down. Mountain King is down. It's looking bad for Sky. And his expansion will no doubt go down unless these footmen can do something about it. For one Hunter is being de-aggroed. This other one... These towers are too far away. This placement is terrible. The terrible placement there on the guard tower. They should have gone a little bit more north. But this town hall is being decimated by these glaive throwers as well as these huntresses. And that is going to be lost at this rate. The peasants are coming in to save it, but it's going to be enough. This glaive thrower is getting damaged a lot as well. The upgrades are coming in towards the huntresses to get those bounce off and towards the weapons. The demon hunter goes for a level up, but is low. No, he doesn't actually manage to survive. This glaive thrower is down, but these footmen are low as well, and Sky's army is down for the count. And these huntresses are too much, as Remind has gone for a full-on aggressive play early on. What can Sky do? He needs to put everything in towards his footmen to get this damage in on towards these huntresses. But these glaive throwers are doing so much damage. And all the lumber from Sky is going back in towards his town hall, trying to get it back up. But it's just not happening. It's being pounded so badly, and more militias are coming in. They're trying to go after these glaive throwers who are doing most of the damage. As the Demon Hunter is saying, "Num num, I shall have you for my dinner." As these footmen are just getting absolutely dominated. Mountain King is now back on the field. Can he do any hammer throws? He needs to take out that glaive thrower. There he goes, but will he be surrounded? No, because those boots of speed is really doing it for him. Trying around as fast as he can. One hunter is almost down. Hammer throw, not going to happen. Another glaive thrower comes in. Sky could have this, as we have another expansion coming up down in the middle. We have, well, by the tavern that is. Ancient of Wonders is coming up. We'll give the the Demon Hunter a bit of a respite, trying to heal up a little bit with those healing salves. Meanwhile, the Mountain King has decided to heal up his troops. More healing salves being put in. Look at these glaive throwers constantly harassing Sky. As Remind, after initially losing, well, being focused a lot on towards this Ancient of War, has come back and going extremely aggressive with these huntresses. What is he doing in his base for the rest? Not much. He's not doing any research. He's not upgrading, but he's still pounding out these hunters is like it is nothing. How much gold does Remind have? 500 gold and 112 lumber. Sky, in the meanwhile, has a lot of lumber, like 500, and a lot of gold as well. But a lot of the resources are being pounded in towards his town hall and trying to keep it alive. Marty's footmen are trying to go in. He managed to take out 1 hunters. There's 2 more footmen coming in on the side, making it 6. But look at that. Look at these hunters. There's a lot of them, and they're really trying to block off the footmen, and the glade thrower is doing the damage from behind. This glade thrower could be going down. And as Sky puts all his focus on that, this footman will be going down as well versus the huntresses. Most likely, there we go, that's 1 down. As at this point, I don't see how Sky could come back from this. He is in a rock and a hard place. He needs to take out the glade throwers because he needs to establish his base. And he has managed to push the troops back a little bit at the cost of a lot of his footmen, or at least 1 of his footmen, or 2 at least. And the huntresses are out-microing those troops like crazy. Town Hall is still coming up. We have if Sky loses this base, then it's end game for him. What is he doing back home? Not much. He is just trying to... Ooh, rifleman. Rifleman in a double barracks. He's trying to get from long range and let the footman try to take the damage. And he's going for another scout tower as well. He needs to get that other scout tower up as well to get that range up for the and then transform it straight away towards a guard tower. We have this glade thrower down here as well, doing in that damage. And right now, we have a couple of riflemen coming out. We have another healing salve coming up on towards the footman. But the huntresses are in the chase. Ooh, a little bit of bat micro there on towards that rifleman. Needs to watch out as this glade thrower could be in trouble as well. This Mountain King takes down the glade thrower. How is Remind doing in gold? He is at 300, 100 win gold-wise. 42 food on the map. Sky, 49. He has the food advantage. But he needs to focus, make sure that the huntresses get close towards the base. And make sure that they get in range of the guard towers. But it's not going to happen because his glade thrower is here as well. Another guard tower coming up. 2 more farms. How's the upkeep? No upkeep for Sky. Let's go for him. What else is he doing in the base? More riflemen. And he is going for gunpowder. So he's upgrading his ranged units. And he's going for T2 now. Keep coming out. All he needs to do now is get those druids out and those healing troops. If you can get those mixed up with this force here, then Remind is in a world of trouble, especially if he keeps to lean up. That hammer throw on towards the Demon Hunter was all he needed to stun him out and just keep that damage on towards the field. That's another hunter's down. What is Remind doing? Remind is not building anything. He is just, yeah, here we go. Good game being called by Remind. He could not break. He could not break the tank of the base of Sky, who held him off superbly as all of Remind's huntresses went down, and Sky, after almost losing his base, so close with Remind with those huntresses just pounding in there, putting all his eggs in one basket with those glade throwers and the huntresses not upgrading to T2. That was it. Sky managed to get that T2, and from there on, it would have only gone up, especially if he managed to get those druids on the map, which he almost did as well. This has been 30 days of Warcraft in this case. In 2010, it's the 2nd installment of 30 days. My name is Aspec. Leave your comments below as always. I'll be back later with StarCraft 2. But for now, this has been Warcraft. We'll see you tomorrow for another installment. Ta-ta.